Here we have a 2018 Jeep Wrangler Sport. Now this car is highly modified, and today I'm going to show you around this car and I'm also going to give it a test drive. Now usually I'd review the car that's stock, but this one, since it's highly modified, I can only speak for how I feel with this particular car. And it's not something that is universal with the stock versions of this. Anyway, before that, please don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more car reviews. First, I'm going to show you around this Jeep Wrangler. Now, the first thing you'll notice here is that the tires are replaced. These are Cooper STT Pros, and they are 295/70/17, so those are pretty thick. And the rims on this as well are quite nice and pretty expensive, I'm pretty sure. These are Can, K-A-H-N rims, and there's only a couple of these in the country. Now, over here you'll see that even the shock absorbers, they've been replaced with this adjustable ones. You can adjust it with those red knobs over there. Your springs too, it's replaced like that. The bumper, it's all metal. The stock ones, they're just plastic. And here, the LED lights, like an angel eyes, like a BMW type. These are LEDs too, and same thing over here. Got a stabilizer bar right there. And it's just very much tuned for an off-road setting. This is also metal, that's pretty solid right there. You have a nice badge over here. 1941, 75 years of Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. The stepboard on this, it doesn't have the one-hole stepboard, so you got these separate two pieces. Looks very nice as well. And here at the back, the metal bumpers continue. So you got a solid metal bumper, you got a nice bore exhaust, you got these tow hooks, which are nice and red. You have your reverse sensors, your reverse camera rather. Just look at that exhaust. And same thing at the back, the shock absorbers, as you can see, there's this extra canister right there, and it's adjustable as well. You got those red adjustment knobs over there. Just like an FJ, it's not released from the inside, so you just have that, but at least this is lockable, so no kids is gonna put some sugar in your tank. Close that up like that. Even this is metal, that's pretty cool. As you enter the Jeep, the door handle is very similar to the older cars where you press it like this, the handle doesn't really move. And as you open that, it doesn't open that wide. And as you can see here, what's cool about this is that instead of having like a metal strap like that, it's just this, I don't know, it's like canvas wrapped strap. Then, okay, let's go and climb on in. So you got your step board and you got an aftermarket grab handle over here. This car's quite high. And okay, let's go and check the door thud. Ooh, that's an incredibly solid door thud. Okay, let's go start it up. So it doesn't have push button, you just have your regular key. It's your key. So insert it over here. As you start it. Ooh, look at that. Carobotor. The steering wheel, nice Jeep logo. And here you have this very nice screen, and I'm pretty sure that no other Jeep has that here. I might be wrong, you might have a couple more of these in the country. You can even change them with the knobs over here. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Looks like an Audi screen, right? Let's go and rev the car a little bit. It sounds alright. It's not particularly good sounding, but it's not a bad sounding engine. This uses the gasoline engine, by the way, the 3.6 liter V6. Now for your lights, you just twist this, and for your fog lamps, you actually pull this out, then twist. That's for your fog lamp. Never seen that in any other car. So put it back and off. Here on the side, you got your lock switches. But what's interesting about this car is that the window switches are actually in the middle. Now the reason they're in the middle is that the roof and the doors in this car can all be removed. So once those are out, it doesn't make sense for the switches to be there. So anyway, you have them on the inside instead. So they're automatic for the two front, but not automatic for the back. It's a very Spartan. It's a very Spartan car. So you got these air vents, which are rotary. They're pretty nice looking. They feel quite solid too, actually. Oh, so this is plastic, but it feels like high quality plastic. Same thing here. This though, that's hard touch plastic. You got your hill descent control, traction control. You can adjust your high beam. The knob too. Now, although it doesn't feel cheap, I wouldn't say it's premium feeling either. And same thing with this one, the one to change your drivetrain. You got a handbrake, that's just your regular handbrake. It's not even like leather padded or anything, which again is fine for a car like this because it's not supposed to be like a luxury car. It's supposed to be an off-road going car. Now this car has this aftermarket screen that looks pretty nice. It looks very well integrated with the car. You even have a cubby to put stuff over here. You put it in reverse and of course you get a very big reverse camera, and it's pretty clear too. Now it's not as clear as some cars which has it built in, but this is not bad. Over here at the side, you got a grab handle over here. You need that for when you're off-roading, then it gets bumpy. You got your glove box. That's quite odd. This is so far the biggest handle I've ever seen in any glove box. So pull that down. The handle's so big, but the size in here, it's quite small. Okay, you have something that says Jeep and since 1941. That's pretty cool. Now the roof of this car, as mentioned earlier, is also removable, so you can actually remove these panels over here just by removing this latch, and there's another latch over there. You just latch them off and this one comes off. The owner even has like a panoramic roof. It's like a glass roof that you can replace with this. And anyway, the instructions on how to do that, they're all here. Close that up like that. Here at the back, same thing. You got your handle that opens by pressing this one right here. And as you open that, you'll see that the space is actually quite large. I didn't expect the space to be this much in a car this small. You got a nice grab handle over here. It's soft, and you have one that is pretty solid here, and it's bolted onto the metal. Again, these are all aftermarket editions, so I'm not sure if the stock car has it. The door, it actually opens 90 degrees. And same thing as the front, you don't have your metal straps, you just have this canvas strap. Okay, let's go on in. So again, it's pretty high. You grab this handle. As you step in here, the first thing you'll notice again is you got ample legroom, but then again, I am 5'6" and this is set to my position. So if you're a bit taller, I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be a fun experience here at the back. Anyway, the next thing you'll notice here is just how high the seats are. So you expect to be a bit lower, but this is quite high. It's a bit of an odd feeling, and I think that's because the seats are nice and chunky. You're like, okay, let's give a perspective of that. That big, that's quite chunky seats. Moving on here in the center, you got another seat, and wow. Now this seat, oddly, is quite lower than those seats over here. Here you don't tend to sink, so it tends to like push you up, but this one you just sink down like that. So this is a weird feeling seat. I like it though. I like it. It's better than the seats on the side. Now here you barely have a high transmission tunnel, so you can't put your feet over there, and it's pretty wide here, so you can put your foot there. You won't be fighting for space with the person beside you. Of course, there's not much toys in here, but what's interesting about this is by hitting this button, I mean, the car's off right now, but usually by pressing this, these are actually your window switches. So as with the front, they're not at the doors. They're actually here in the middle. That way, when you remove your doors, again, same thing. Got two cup holders. These look pretty small though. So 7-Eleven big gulp cups, not happening with this one. What gets even more interesting with this are this one over here. So you got your speakers over here. You usually have them at the doors, but again, removable doors, so not at the door. And another speaker over here. All right, very nice looking dash. Let's go and check out the back. So over here at the back of the Jeep Wrangler, so the way you open this is first this one. And as with any other car with like split tailgates, you'd expect that one to have a latch as well. But this one doesn't have a latch, so you just straight up and just pull it up like that. Once that is out of the way, the rear area is very similar to an FJ, including the size, but what's cool about this is since the roof is also removable, it has a built-in roll cage. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is for stability, perhaps it is as well, but the main reason is just in case you like capsize while you're off-roading, at least you won't crush your heads, provided that you are wearing seat belts. You can also fold those seats down just by pulling that latch, so it's a 60-40 split. And down here, what's cool about this is that if you lift this up, there's like a hidden lock. So first you gotta lift this up a little, turn it like that. It's free. Now you can lift this up. And you can actually put the bolts for your removable roof. As you can see, it says roof. Then here, it's the door hinges. So you put the bolts there, then I guess you put the rest of the stuff that you get to remove down in there. That way it won't get lost. You have another big cubby over there. Close that down, put this lock back like that, and you're good to go. Same thing to close this car, you just lower the roof, the windscreen first. Once that's down, as you can see, there's no latch, just kind of like the rubber strips just protect it a little bit. Then you can finally close this. Then of course your mandated in the United States, your third brake light. Kind of just like stuck on there. Odd looking, but I guess, hey, it works, so why not? To open up the hood of the Jeep Wrangler, it's very similar to the BJ40, the old Land Cruiser I reviewed. So you don't have anything that you have to pull on the inside, you just go straight out over here, you pull this out like that, then this one pulls out this way. I already did the same on the other side. Then once that's done, go on here in the middle, and you still have another latch that you have to pull. So once that's up, under the hood you have this 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar engine with over 200 horsepower, 280 plus horsepower, and 347 Newton meters of torque. And over here you can see that it's covered in plastic. It's a plastic cover, so Jeep probably doesn't want you to mess with it. Okay, then we can just leave it at that. It's a very powerful engine, this one. Once that's closed, you just redo the latches on both sides, this side and that side as well, and it's locked like that. So driving the Jeep Wrangler. Now the first thing you'll notice is that since it's raining right now especially, the noise insulation in this car is almost non-existent. So over here at the top, your ceiling, there's just minimal insulation. There's just a small pad right here. And even if I have the windows up, it's generally quite loud in here. The wind noise, especially if you're going at higher speeds, the front windshield, which is basically almost 90 degrees, it does produce a lot of wind noise. Now the next thing is the tires. Now the tires are these very much off-road oriented tires. Then they do generate quite a lot of road noise. But then when it comes to daily driving this car, which the owner does, by the way, this car is very comfortable. Over bumps and potholes, this car is very comfortable. Now right now we have the car set up in its most comfortable setup for the suspension, and you barely feel the potholes. Like, if you think like a Toyota Camry is soft, wow, this car is even softer. Plus the fact that the seats on this one are just so like cushy. It's like cushiony. This car is great. You can drive this for long journeys, no problem at all. As long as you don't mind wind noise, of course. This suspension, this custom suspension, that's worth more than 1 million pesos. It is very soft. What's weird though, even though it's soft, and even if this is an SUV, it pretty much handles like a sedan. So right now I'm just gonna like do this stupid things which you're not supposed to do in an SUV, and it's very much planted. There's almost no body roll in this car. It's just amazing. That's just a concept that I can't seem to wrap my head around. Just never felt an SUV feel like that. It's really cool. Now the next thing I want to talk about with this car is the visibility. So up front, the windshield is pretty much small, and again, it's 90 degrees. The windows on the side, it's very similar to an FJ, but it's shorter. But it is a bit taller though, so that does aid in your visibility a little bit. The issue at the back is that it's quite small, so you barely see anything out of it. But overall, it's decent size. Okay, A-pillars could use some more visibility. But what's cool about this car is that with its custom digital speedometer, there's actually a video of a Wrangler in there that moves. There's like a road and it moves. And the very moment you stop, like 0 kilometers per hour stop, even if you're just doing one won't stop, that thing also stops. So it's gonna show that the Jeep is just parked there. It's pretty cool. Now we're just gonna floor it. And it's okay. It has adequate power. I wouldn't call this car fast. It definitely feels a bit slower than an FJ Cruiser. Or that could be because of the fact that it seems quieter. That I'm not quite sure. And this car comes with Borla exhaust, and again, we're just gonna floor it here, and you know how that doesn't sound pretentious at all, and Borlas are usually known to be extremely loud. The owner actually tells me that Borla apparently has a line of exhaust upgrades, and the line he placed in this car is more of the comfort-oriented touring line setup. I'm not too familiar with Borlas, but they're not obnoxious at all, so you can daily drive this car. Since I'm pretty sure that around 90% of the buyers in the Philippines wouldn't actually off-road this car, the most off-road we decided to do was to look for a vacant lot, and so I'm just gonna put up the video right now. And as you can see, it's pretty much slipping around the place, but that's my fault because I couldn't seem to put this car's transfer case into four-wheel drive. But I must say, it does do a pretty good job of getting up this cliff vacant lot. And it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. Do note that the terrain is incredibly slippery right now. I kicked up so much dirt. That's because it's raining pretty hard right now. So the soil was pretty soft and it was just going all over the place. If you like this video, please don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more car reviews.